leave it home. If he ain't got it right by now, then scratch him off. He just call me citizen.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, you see me grubbing on this Ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling, right? Yeah, and if you want to see how I got this soft on the inside, crispy on the outside, please stay tuned. Okay, wait. Y'all remember in my previous video where I bought these $100 groceries at the market, where I bought all of the ingredients and stuff? If you haven't, please pause this video, go to my last video and watch that thing, okay? Now, these are a few ingredients I used. I used some pollock fillets, my festival packet. I have some tomato in the bowl. I have some red bell pepper. I have some onion and some scotch bonnet. Then I have my garlic powder, black pepper, onion powder, paprika, and my 2 tins of ackee. Let's get started. Okay, so first I'm going to boil my pollock fillets. Now, they shrink once they boil, so I put about 3 or 4 fillets in the pot. And then I put them on a stove on medium high, and I just let them boil. So me personally, I like to boil my saltfish for about 3 or 4 times, maybe 2 to 3, because I don't want no high blood pressure, okay? I really don't. So I want to get most of the salt out, but still keep that salty taste to it a little bit, if that makes sense. So while the first boil is happening, I'm going to saute up my ingredients, my bell pepper, my scotch bonnet, my onions, and everything, and get that all sauteed. And when I tell you my house was smelling good, honey, my house was smelling good. At this point, I just couldn't wait to be finished with the food because I was ready to dive in. Okay, so at this point, I am seasoning my seasonings, honey. You have to season your seasonings. Just with the ingredients that I showed you earlier: black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Just to give it a little flavor, you know. And yes, black people put garlic powder and onion powder and everything, okay? Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. I'm not the one. This is just what I do. And yes, I'm putting in paprika just to give it a little bit of color. Just to give it a little bit of razzle dazzle. Oh, you see that pot? Oh, my goodness. That pot is looking good. The pot is looking good. Okay, now we're over here checking on my saltfish. This thing is taking just forever to boil. I do not know what's going on. And I don't want it to overboil and make a mess of my stove, because that has happened several times, and I don't feel like cleaning all that up. So I like to keep my fire medium high, or just medium at this point, and let it boil slowly. So now I am pouring the boiling water, the boiling salt water, onto my ackee, just to get off all that brine and everything that was in the can. Just to get off all that brine. And plus, I saw this lady on TikTok do it, so I'm going to do it, okay? I'm going to do it. Thank you, TikTok lady. All right, so at this point, I have boiled my saltfish for about 3 to 4 times. And now I am just flaking them up with the fork and getting them real flaky, breaking them apart, and adding them to my bell peppers and onions. I let that simmer for a little bit, and then I add in my ackee for some final touches. Ooh, everything's happening so fast. Slow it down, girl. Slow it down. So I'm adding in my ackee, getting everything tossed and turned and stirred up. And I'm seasoning my seasonings again, but everything with everything in there, like the ackee and the saltfish. Seasoning it one more time with everything. Ooh, I'm about to dive in. Oh, I'm so ready, y'all. I'm so ready. Doing this voiceover is so hard because I want it. I want some more. I want more, okay? Please. All right, now I'm just adding some final touches. Now, If you cook with different ingredients, if you cook ackee and saltfish with different ingredients, that's fine. Big up to you. Like people use pimento and all these other seasonings. I just like to stick with the basics, kinda. It still comes out the same. Adding in my little thyme, it still comes out the same, and it's still good. So all right, here I am making the festival now. Festival is only about 3 ingredients. I mean, especially if you're using the festival packet and cheating like me, because who's making it from scratch? Not this one. So all you need is the festival packet, water, and some flour in case when you're beating it, when you're kneading it in, it gets a little sticky. So you keep using that flour to soften it up and let it not be sticky anymore. If everything comes off of the bowl like how it is, you don't see no flour in the bowl like that, then you're doing good. You are doing good. But if it's still sticking to the bowl and sticking to your hands, get some more flour. Don't use too much flour because you still want to keep the flavor of the festival. Put some flour on there and you'll be fine. I'm covering it with a wet paper towel with a damp cloth, whatever you want to call it, just for about 10 minutes until my oil starts to heat up and stuff like that. And then speaking of oil, I don't use a lot of oil. Like I used to use a lot of oil when I was making my fried dumpling. And I mean, it still came out the same, but less is better, especially if you're using extra virgin or whatever oil that you're using. Less is better. So it's been about 10 minutes. So I'm adding in a little bit of flour, like I said, to start rolling them into dumpling form, honey. You about to big like dumpling. Hey, you about to big like dumpling. Hey, you about to big like dumpling. Hey, have y'all heard that song? Because I just made it up. Period. All right, now we're going to get to frying, and you're going to fry it to get that golden brown color on both sides. Fry it on low medium because you don't want the outside to burn and then the inside is still going to be raw dough. You don't want that. We don't want no trips to the hospital. Oh, that's looking so good. And there you have it. Reese's fried dumpling. Sorry. Ackee and saltfish and fried dumpling. Yeah, so let's give it a taste test. Girl, that small ass bite. Like, if you don't pick up that, thank you. Pick it up and yes. Girl. Oh, look at that inside. Girl, who do you think you are? Take another bite. Take it. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Let me get some, girl. Bye, girl.